Here is what you are going to do in your fitness journey in fall of 2024 to absolutely glow up and crush your fitness goals before we enter the new year. I've been a fitness coach for over 5 years. I've worked with hundreds of clients helping them on their weight loss. So I'm going to give you some of my top tips to help you make some major progress before the new year. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So the first place I have to start is let's redefine your mindset for fall. Mindset is everything when it comes to your health and your wellness. So here are some mindset shifts that I want you to make to help make this fall fit glow up even that more successful. The first mindset shift is I want you to allow the end of the year to fuel you instead of discourage you. A lot of people tend to give up on their fitness goals towards the end of the year, especially if they set these big goals for themselves in January that they didn't quite hit. Often around this time is when people start to feel even more demotivated and they think, oh, I'll just wait until next year to prioritize my health and wellness goals. Here's why you're not going to do that. Number one, there is nothing special or magic about January 1st. You don't have to wait for the New Year's resolution wave to come around to start taking action. Also, there's never going to be a perfect time or a perfect date to start your goals. You just need to jump in and take action as soon as possible. This is going to help you to build momentum and help make it a lifestyle change so you don't have to constantly be in this wave of stopping starting every 5 minutes. You are never going to regret taking action sooner because the sooner you start, then the sooner you can actually get to your goals. 3 months is actually a lot of time for you to make some great progress towards your goals and start seeing some visible changes even with the holidays. So I really want to encourage you to hype yourself up and allow this last quarter of the year to fuel you and excite you and to show you what is possible. The next mindset shift that I want you to make is focus on consistency over perfection. We have a tendency to be so hard on ourselves and put so much pressure on ourselves. No, we're not doing that over here this fall because there is no such thing as being perfect. I lost 30 pounds a little over a decade ago. I've been a fitness coach for over 5 years, and there are definitely days where I do not show up perfectly in my own fitness journey. You are never going to be perfect, so there's no reason to put that pressure on yourself to strive for perfection. Instead, I want you to be more intentional about your consistency. How can you start to show up in a more consistent way? And also, consistency might ebb and flow throughout the fall season. 1 week, consistency could look like hitting your fitness plan, hitting your meal plan, going to sleep earlier. And then another week, consistency could just look like hitting 5K steps every single day. So you get to decide what consistency means for you, and you can adjust it based on the season that you're in or what's going on that week. But overall, taking consistent action is going to lead you to your goals a lot faster and in a more sustainable way than trying to be perfect, falling off track, and then starting and stopping all over again. And the last mindset shift that you're going to make is you are going to focus on how can I make this more fun and sustainable for me? Let's face it, even though we can make a lot of progress in the fall season tends to be a little bit more lax because we are going into the holidays. We might have time off. We're visiting family and friends that we haven't seen in a while. This is not the time to put yourself on some wild fitness plan or to start doing a bunch of movement or exercise that you don't like or cutting out all of the foods that you like. It's about figuring out, okay, how can I make this work for me? And what are some things that I can do to make this sustainable so you can keep up with these habits long after fall has passed? So those are the mindset shifts that we are going to make going into fall for our Fit Glow Up plan. Now that we have that squared away, let's go ahead and get into the rest of our plan. So the first phase of this plan, we are going to get ourselves prepped every single week because planning ahead increases your success rate. So I want you to pick one day every single week where you're going to sit down and you're going to have yourself a little prep party, as I like to call it. During this prep party, you're going to put on a timer for about 5 to 10 minutes, and you are going to plan out your week in these 3 different areas: mindset, nutrition, and fitness. So an example for mindset could be you are going to pick out playlists that really motivate you. Maybe you have a motivational podcast that you like to listen to or YouTube videos that really inspire you. You're going to figure out what are going to be some of the things that are going to motivate me to stay consistent this week. And you're going to write those things down and you're going to make a plan for those things or have those things ready to go so that when the week starts, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to stay consistent. For your nutrition, you need to know what foods and meals you need to have prepped for that week. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but you want to make sure you know, hey, what am I cooking this week? When am I cooking? What groceries am I buying? Am I ordering my groceries, or am I going to the store and picking them up? And then for your fitness plan, you want to know, how many workouts am I going to commit to this week? When am I going to do those workouts? Actually schedule alerts and reminders in your phone or in your calendar with your workout times so that you know, hey, this is when I'm working out today. That's just going to help you to stay more motivated and consistent and help you to follow through on that plan. It's also really great for you to do a weekly prep party, because if you start to feel overwhelmed or feel like, oh, I can't stick to this plan, then that's an opportunity for you to look at your plan and to see where you can make adjustments week to week so it's easier to stick to. Okay, now that we've covered our prep party, let's go into the next phase of our Fit Fall Glow Up plan, and that is our nutrition. Because while I was able to lose over 30 pounds in just a few months with dance workouts, I've been able to maintain my body goals for over a decade because of my nutrition. So it's really important for you to prioritize what you're putting in your body if you want to reach your body goals this fall. So the first step to this plan is, I want you to go on either ChatGPT or Pinterest and find fall, warm, seasonal recipes that you can incorporate into your meal prep every week. And really incorporate fall foods that you like. So whether that's soups, pumpkin spice, figure out how you can make healthier versions or swaps for your meal prep. So the reason why this is helpful is because it's going to make staying consistent with your meal prep and your meal plan each week a lot easier, because you're going to actually enjoy the foods that you're eating. It's also great practice to know how to make healthier, better swaps to the foods that you enjoy eating, so that you can have them not just one time of the year, but really anytime. It's also going to make it a little less likely for you to overindulge and overeat and fall off track with your whole plan during the fall season with holiday dinners and events coming around. Again, this fall we are focusing on doing more things that are fun and sustainable. So I really don't want you to stress yourself out about, oh, I can't eat this or I can't have this. Really focus on how you can make food work for you and how you can have more fun with the meals that you're making and eating. For the next phase of our nutrition plan, we are going to focus on adding these two things to our plate for as many meals as possible. That is protein and veggies. Adding protein and veggies to your plate to as many meals as possible is going to be a game changer for your nutrition, because number one, it's going to help fill your stomach up so you're not going to be hungry and ravenous every 5 minutes. It's going to help cut down on a lot of cravings that you might be having that might deviate you from your meal plan. It's also going to give you a lot of nutrients that your body needs to function at its best. And adding more protein specifically is going to help your body preserve muscle. And the more muscle you have on you, the faster your metabolism. It's going to make it that much easier for you to burn body fat and reach your specific body goals. You can track your food, but if you want to keep things simple, I recommend a palm-sized portion of protein, fill up half your plate with veggies, or 2 fistful sizes of veggies. Don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it. Just, do I have a source of protein and veggies at my meal, or as many meals as you possibly can? That's a really great way to start seeing some progress in not only how you look, but in how you feel. So just to do a quick recap for our nutrition plan, we are going to start looking up some fall, warm, seasonal recipes that we can start incorporating into our healthy meal prep. And if you have any particular questions about meal prep, if you want me to do more content around meal prep and meal planning, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below so that I can make sure to add that to my next set of content videos. We also want to make sure that we are prioritizing protein and veggies on our plates for as many meals as possible. Now we're moving on to the next phase of this Fit for Fall Glow Up plan, and that is our fitness. Fall time is when the weather is starting to cool off, so we're probably going to be doing a lot more workouts inside as opposed to outside. So you want to make sure you have a plan for how you're going to get some activity indoors. And daily activity, specifically non-exercise activity, is really helpful to burning more calories, feeling more energized, and reaching your fitness goals a lot faster. So the first thing that I recommend is to set a step goal for yourself, something that you can track either on a smartwatch or on an app on your phone. Keep it really simple, but you want to have some type of goal that you strive for as often as you can, if not daily. A really great place to start is, if you have a fitness watch or a tracker, look at how many steps you're averaging per day and per week, and try to add about 1,000 to 2,000 steps to that. Or you can start off with hitting 4K to 5K steps a day or as many days as you can. And then you're going to figure out, okay, how can I start to hit this step goal while I'm indoors? So maybe that might mean investing in a walking pad so you're able to hit your steps in while you're watching TV or movies or watching a YouTube video like this. Maybe that might be making a plan to walk during your lunch break or doing walking workouts here on YouTube. But whatever it is, have that step goal and let that be kind of like the foundation of your fitness plan for fall. That meaning if you don't do anything else, you know, okay, I've hit my step goal. Now, when it comes to the actual workouts that I want you to do, the more you can incorporate fun cardio and fun strength workouts into your plan, the better. A good range to aim for is about 3 to 4 workouts a week. So if you can, try to split those two between strength and cardio. In fact, this is the fitness plan that a lot of my members follow inside of my membership club, and I've had members lose 10, 15, 30, 50 plus pounds just by doing the fun workouts inside of the club for 30 to 40 minutes about 3 to 4 times a week. So I'm telling you, if they can do it, you can do it too. All right, so just to wrap up our fitness plan, we are going to focus on hitting a base step goal for as many days as we can throughout the week. We're also going to figure out some ways that we can hit our step goal indoors, so that way we have no excuses for when the weather gets colder. Next, we are going to follow a fitness plan where we're working out for about 30 to 40 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week, and we're mixing in a combination of strength workouts with fun cardio workouts. I have a free fitness plan that you can download in the description below, especially if you really want to get started with this fitness plan that we talked about in this video. Now that we've covered our fitness plan, let's get into what we're going to do and what we're not going to do going into this fit fall season. So the first thing that we're not going to do is dread over the things that we can't do or can't have while we're on our fitness journey. So for example, you are not going to obsess over foods that you cannot have. Like, oh,
I can't eat bread, or I can't drink this, or I can't have that.
Because all that's going to do is make you focus on these so-called forbidden foods and crave them even more. You really can have more flexibility and sustainability in your fitness plan than you think. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to focus more on the things that we can add to our routine versus the things that we are going to be subtracting or taking away. So what that could look like for you is, hey, I'm really going to focus on how I can add more veggies to my plate even if I decide I want to have a burger. Or I'm going to figure out how I can add a little bit more protein to this dessert that I've made so that I'm still able to hit my protein goals and stay a little bit more satisfied for longer. The next thing we're not going to do is we're not going to beat ourselves up and feel guilty if we deviate from our plan for a day or two. And the more you tell yourself, oh, I messed up, or I did bad, or I did wrong, you're going to start to build a negative relationship with your fitness journey, and I do not want that for you. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to focus on all of the things that we are accomplishing throughout this fall fit season, and we're going to congratulate and celebrate ourselves every step of the way. So every time we do a workout or get an extra hour of sleep, all of those wins need to be celebrated. And I really want you to get into the habit of congratulating yourself for every step that you take. That is going to invite a lot more positive energy and vibes into your fitness journey. It's going to make you feel more proud of yourself, which you should, and that is going to motivate you to stay consistent and keep taking action. And the last thing we're not going to do is we are not going to not document our progress and our journey, especially if you're somebody who is going on this journey alone. Maybe you don't have a community or an accountability partner to really support you through this. It's going to be that much more important that you start to document what it is that you're doing, and you start keeping a record of things that are working for you, things that you might need to change and adjust. And you're also keeping track of the physical and internal progress that you are making. So if you feel like, hey, I have more energy, or my clothes are starting to fit a little bit better, or I'm sleeping better, like all of those are things that you want to try to document as much as you can. Try to take pictures as much as you can. Focus a little less on the scale. Focus more on how you feel, how your clothes feel. Also, keeping record of recipes that you make that you really like, or workouts that you do that you really enjoy or that make you feel good. All of that is going to be information that you can use to help you in the future, especially if you feel like you've hit a plateau or if you just want to make some adjustments, because again, this is the fall season and we might need to shift some things as we go through the holidays and the rest of this year. And that is how you are going to reach your body goals and have a complete glow up makeover in your fitness journey before we get to the next year. I am really excited for you. I feel like you are going to bring so much energy and momentum into this last quarter of the year. I would love to hear what your goals are in the comment section. I am definitely going to be following this plan for myself, and let me know if you'd be interested in doing this as a community, which is something that we can do all together so you don't feel like you're going through this fit glow up season by yourself. So go ahead and leave me a comment if that's something that you would be interested in. And for those of you who want to take things a step further, I have my Dance Fit Chicks membership club. This is a space and a community for women who love to dance and they really want to take their fitness goals to the next level in a way that is fun, enjoyable, and sustainable. So you can find out more details about the membership club in the description below as well. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know which part of this plan you are most excited about implementing. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and have an amazing fall fit glow up.